was that all race.
Hello, squatters. Welcome back to another episode of Squatter Camp Podcast. Thank you very much to the people who watch my content, people who engage, people who reach out to us. We are so much grateful, and humbly so. I will always be grateful for your support. To those who have not subscribed, please subscribe, because we keep on engaging, we keep on speaking the truth to power. Now, I want to put my view clear on this issue of Elon Musk, StartLink, Cyril Ramaphosa's meeting with Donald Trump, Elon Musk, Johan Rupert, the multi-billionaires. We're talking about serious people who have really worked hard in their lives to actually achieve what they have actually achieved. We can, that is the laziest thing and the simplest thing and the shortest way of defending ourselves as black people when you call Elon Musk a racist. Well, we can call him racist, we can call him whatever, but the fact of the matter is that we're talking about someone who has really worked hard in his life to be exactly where he is, and that's what inspires me. And in my own view, for StartLink to come to South Africa, yes, we want business. We want investors to come to South Africa. We want South Africa's economy to grow and all of that. So the ANC crooks are gathered somewhere trying to make alterations about the BBBEE, a very stupid policy which never really worked for most of us in South Africa. It worked for politicians and people who are really connected to these politicians. So I also hate that policy, and I wish StartLink can come. But now, StartLink comes as a game changer in South Africa. This BBBEE, I think it will at some point disappear. It will disappear, and if you're trying to figure out why you don't upset a billionaire, that's number one, the billionaire. Secondly, this is the interview that actually changed the game. Watch this interview.
That the South African government is working around the rules on black ownership in order to allow StartLink in, and that is being done on the eve of the visit that President Ramaphosa is going to make to the White House. Do you recognize that as a conflict of interest?
No, of course not. First of all, you should be questioning why are there racist laws in South Africa? That's the first problem. That's what you should be attacking. It's improper for there to be racist laws in South Africa. The whole idea with what Nelson Mandela, who was a great man, proposed was that all races should be on an equal footing in South Africa. That's the right thing to do, not to replace one set of racist laws with another set of racist laws, which is utterly wrong and improper. So that's the deal, that all races should be treated equally, and there should be no preference given to one or the other. Whereas there are now 140 laws in South Africa that give that basically give strong preference to if you're a black South African.
Well, for a moment, I was like, wait, Elon Musk can challenge the ANC politicians? The problem I have with the ANC is that we've got politicians who think they are bigger than anyone else and they will not listen to anyone. But hopefully so, StartLink and other companies will have an opportunity. Because let me paint this picture for us. I think BBBEE is a gatekeeper to the investors, in a sense that when you're supposed to come to South Africa to invest, you need to give one of their friends, their politicians, 30% stake that they never really worked for. They just sign contract, become shareholders, and they start doing their own shenanigans. ANC politicians are so used to getting things on a silver platter. They are not used to building. They are used to just getting shares when they don't even deserve. And I've been asking myself, if someone wants to invest in our country and the BBBEE policy says you need to have 30% black ownership, right? We've got black people in South Africa, we've got Indian people, we've got colored people. So only black people have been beneficiaries of the policy. That's number one. Number two, what criteria are they using to select someone who is going to be a shareholder? Do you have to be a politician? Do you have to be someone who has got a close proximity to these politicians? What criteria? Because I've never seen in my whole life, for the past 30 years, by the way, since ANC came through, or maybe at least since the inception of this policy of the BBBEE, which was actually aimed at transformation, whatever they call it, but to me that's nonsensical. It doesn't really make sense because it has never transformed anything. So it is racially exclusive towards Indians, coloreds, white people. You know, you just have to have 30% black ownership. So handing over your business to someone who has never really worked, who's never helped you to establish it, it is difficult. So that is why I'm saying BBBEE is a gatekeeper, and it's not going to work. The ANC must just abolish this policy, and so we can start on a clean slate to open the gates of investment, so investors can come to our country and start investing. So young people as us who are capable maybe of lending our helping hand, we can start working and contributing positively to our country. But it is worrisome when these politicians are chasing, and you can now start to ask yourself, how many companies couldn't really invest in our country because of the BBBEE? Because not everyone will bow down to your corrupt policy that is perpetuated at enriching politicians. Not everyone will do that. I will not do that personally. So Elon Musk, they are busy drafting his policy, his special policy, and I like it. Many black people are angry, saying why Elon Musk doesn't want to play by the rules. What rules? BBBEE is a racist policy that must just be abolished. So it opens the gates for investment, for investors will come. Let me put it this way, squatters. If we're having someone coming from a foreign country coming to invest in our country, first thing first, this person is going to employ people. Secondly, it forms part of infrastructure development, and probably they're going to build a static, immovable property asset. They're going to build a factory or something. Thirdly, it keeps the economy running, it grows the economy, and all of that. I do not understand why people oppose to development in that sense, that they want to push and further push at the BBBEE policy, which doesn't really play a role. It's a gatekeeper, and the same politicians are not even capable of actually creating employment in our country. By the way, if you have been wondering, recently Panyazale Sufi said he's going to institute an independent investigation. That's how they call it, independent investigation, or on the city when they are renting buildings and they are paying more than 30 million a month, wasteful expenditure, when they have almost 40 something buildings which are white horses, are just lying there, and they are not being occupied, they are not being maintained. We know that ANC has been horrible with maintenance of infrastructure. You go everywhere. You go to Pretoria, the Telkom Tower was so beautiful. I remember before 2010, it was so beautiful. It was nice. Go now there. There's Nyope sleeping, underneath and inside the building. The building is dilapidated. Well, we have so many buildings that are dilapidated. So Panyazal Sufi is trying to act as if he's holy. By the way, at the same time, he's well aware that the city spends more than 30 million on rent on a monthly basis. So it's running into billions. Those are the expenses that the ANC, if they had common sense, I don't think they do have common sense. They don't have common sense. They don't know how to run this administration. They've been given an opportunity and they continue to mess up. Watch this interview.
The Gauteng provincial government is spending 34 million rand each month. That's just to rent space for its 11 head offices in the Johannesburg CBD. That's despite owning 41 vacant buildings across the province. Now, Premier Panyaza Lesufi has flagged that spending as wasteful and has appointed an independent forensic company or firm to assess the value of the lease agreements and investigate possible wrongdoings. For more on this, we're joined by Gauteng government spokesperson Vuyo Mhaga. Vuyo, thank you so much for the time.
So he should not act as if he doesn't know. He knows. He knows. There's no way that things are happening in your province and you want to claim that you know nothing. We know that even their president is always shocked. The same as Ace Mahashule when 250 million disappeared in his province, the asbestos case, which is still running around, and let that case cost him all those millions that he has actually, funneled into his pocket. So they always act innocent. They always claim to be accused. I don't know. Is it possible that everybody is accusing you of something wrong? It's just not possible. It doesn't make sense to me. So the StarLink should come to South Africa. The StarLink should be a tool that is going to be used by other investors to penetrate the market, the South African market, to say, if you can give Elon Musk an exception, why not us? So it has to, actually, Elon Musk is pushing for the ANC to drop this policy. If you don't drop it, it is continuing to be hot in their hands. And so when it gets hotter, they have to drop it so that we move on. We forget about that policy. I strongly condone the fact that he should carry on. He should put more pressure, especially on Cyril Ramaphosa, because that's the person who's actually at the helm, and they have to ease this policy. By the way, in my view, they just have to drop it. It's not working, and people are unemployed. Let me tell you something about voters. Voters, they are not voting to become billionaires, to become millionaires. They're just voting for the for the social welfare, for them to have better lives, for them to get employment, for simple things, for service delivery. And they vote you to put you in parliament so that you continue to staff them. The ANC should wake up on that. So in my view, StarLink should come, and it's going to be a game changer. I believe Elon Musk will not back down on this, because this is a moment where it's going to make us or break us as South Africans. We are tired of the ANC running this administration and gatekeeping, and the economy is not growing, and they do it deliberately. And they themselves, because people continue to vote for them, they continue to starve them, because they go to parliament, they continue to promote and perpetuate their own corrupt benefits, kind of gangsterism arrangement that only them and nobody else but them should continue to benefit, and we keep South African citizens starving. It's so sad, man. And like I said, that it's not about the color. It should be about who's coming to invest. If you're coming to invest, I don't care. If you ask me now, who can be a president? Anyone can be a president who's going to do the right thing. I don't care about the color, whether you're white, whether you're black, whether you're color. I don't care. But we need someone who is going to build this country constructively, so that we can all benefit. So if StarLink comes to South Africa, we know that's going to be a big, big, big moment for all of us. Then it should open the gates for other investors to come and invest in South Africa. We are tired of the Panyaza Lesufis, the Fikile Mbalulas, seeing them wearing Louis Vuittons and Gucci's and driving in convoys there, V-Class, G-Wagon, Mercedes-Benz, and coming to squatter camps to come and canvass so that we can continue to vote for them, so they continue to keep us poor. Black South Africans must wake up and stop voting for this party that is keeping them. I know that ANC is voted by mostly black people in South Africa because, you know, we still believe that, no, it's a culture, you know. Other people even believe that it's an ancestral political party. You know, that's why I'm saying it's a shame, because most of black South Africans, they are not actually politically literate. They are not well informed. They don't do research. It's only few black people, maybe academics, those who really, you know, understand how things work. They do research, and there they can see that, no, the ANC is doing wrong. And so the news and everything of corruption, some people don't even watch news. So it is so sad, but the ANC must just wake up. It's either they make it or they break it. It's up to them. But StarLink should come to South Africa. That's my view. Thank you, squatters, for watching my content. Subscribe. Click that notification bell on and drop the content. You happen to be the first to get it fresh. Thank you, South Africa.